right, welcome back to the channel, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another great video. We are looking here at the E-mini S&P 500 or the ES futures. I know a lot of you probably trade the micros as well, which is great if you're a new trader, someone starting off with beginnings, trying to grow that account. I want to see about today, taking a few trades here. I'm going to be looking at the Nasdaq 100 as well, because I know people trade that. And not a lot of activity has been going on the ES, but let's take a look at it, give a rundown, and talk a little bit about buying low and selling high. And the way I like to do it is using the volume profile, because I've talked about using that particular tool as a GPS guide. When I'm looking at my zones or marking up my charts when it comes to market supply and demand. If I'm trading demand area, primarily like to mark off a higher time frame and then wait for the pullback. Pullback to that area and then moving down to a lower time frame chart. If you want to learn more or understand more about the strategy, guys, I have tons of videos on the channel. All you have to do is spend a little time going back and watching them, and you can just kind of go in and do a little simple query on the homepage and type in supply and demand. The channel is filled with a backlog or catalog of supply and demand videos. Okay, or if you want to get the short version of things and you really want to get the hand selected videos where I talk about where I picked out certain videos that I feel cover the most important and pertinent information surrounding the way I trade, giving you more of an inside scoop, narrowing the focus down when it comes to not having to watch 600 plus videos, just 660 some videos on the channel. You can basically become an elite channel member. You may be asking how. Most of you already know. Lots of you have already joined. $6.99 a month. Most people who drink coffee spend more than that on a daily basis. So I'm talking about $6.99 a month. It's just your way of basically supporting me as a content creator, pushing out and making this material so that you can become and hopefully understand how I trade and maybe, incorporate that into your own trading. We have lots of traders that are part of the Discord community. Yes, if you're interested in joining that, find the link down below. It's free to join. But we have members that have spent hard time, meaning with lots of practice, and have turned their trading around tremendously and have now started to see consistency and profitability, okay? Just simply watching the videos and understanding the strategy. But the Elite Channel membership, which is for $6.99 a month, it gives you the breakdowns of my trades. So where I go into depth and detail. I don't really cover that on the public side of the channel. I make things more private for individuals that sign up for the Elite Channel membership for $6.99. All you have to do is click on the join button or the link on right here on the video. You'll see it, JOIN. Click on that, join, or you can go over to the homepage on the channel here and click on join as well. But the join button is on it's on every video across the channel. So if you're interested in joining, do yourself a favor, click on join, become an Elite Channel membership, okay, or Elite Channel member. There are two tiers. There's a loyal channel supporter tier and then the Elite Channel supporter membership tier. All right, it's through YouTube. Okay, again, you're supporting my efforts as a content creator, pushing out this video content, bringing valuable information to you so that you can, it will aid you in your own trading. Now, without further ado, let me talk about the markets. Let's look here at the higher time frame on the ES, and what we see here, of course, like I said yesterday, the market making higher highs and higher lows, pushing to the upside. Now we're pulling back right now. When we look at the lower time frame chart, we have started to break some structure to the downside. And some areas in which I would be interested and possibly maybe looking for a short from, because we have actually taken out, when I talk about the session, I'm talking about ETH, the electronic trading session hours. That's where I trade, okay? I don't trade RTH. So if I'm looking at where the low was for the complete session, meaning Asia, London, and the US so far, was right here around 46.75. So we broke that area. So my mind starts to shift a little bit and looking at the lower time frame to possibly look for shorts, because we start to break structure to the left hand side of the chart to the downside. Okay, now on the bullish side, on the higher time frame outlook, it still looks like we're bullish, right? And we possibly could still be. Okay, it's just that right now, if I was looking to take a trade strictly off my lower time frame chart, I could be looking for opportunities to go short on the lower time frame. But like I talk about here on this channel, try to stay in the direction of the higher time frame. So we're making, pullbacks, highs, higher lows, and higher highs to the upside. So if you want to follow, and someone's a beginner trader, and you're really focusing on following the direction of the higher time frame and only taking trades within the direction of the higher time frame, then just look for areas to where the market could pull back on the lower time frame. Maybe, or basically looking for a demand area on the let's say for instance here on the higher time frame. Wait for it to retrace back. So let's say this was a, I don't know. Let's say this right here was a demand area. It is demand, but it's already tested, so it's a low probability demand area. But let's say this was a demand area. We wait for price or the market to come back to that area. Okay, once it taps into that on the higher time frame, meaning we will mark up the zone the higher time frame, wait for the market to pull back to it on the higher time frame, and then move down to our lower time frame chart to look for a demand setup on the lower time frame. But let's take a look here. So, in staying in focused of and in position when it comes to the directional bias of the market, sentiment wise, I'd be looking for, possibly still taking long positions because of the higher time frame is showing us that the market is still pushing higher. It has not on the higher time frame breaking any major area of structure, okay, or even taking out prior day lows, or even it's taking out sessional lows, okay, but we haven't broken any structure to the downside, okay. So as of right now, things still kind of look bullish on the higher time frame. All right, that doesn't mean you can't take trades from the lower time frame. That's only if you have more experience. What I'm trying to say, we do see the market breaking down and breaking through areas of structure on the left hand side on the lower time frame. So there could be, if you know how to trade it correctly, opportunities to take look for short entries. Okay, at key areas of demand. This is a demand area, right? Excuse me, supply area, not demand, guys. I'm sorry, supply when you're going short. Supply area here. This is a supply area up here, as well as let's see. Yeah, this is a supply area up here. So the market could reject at any one of those areas and maybe push lower. But again, we haven't broken any major area structure on the lower on the higher time frame. But you again, if you know what you're doing with more experience, you could possibly look for short entries. Okay, on the lower time frame chart. All right. So I don't know why I had this green line here, where that came from. But anyways, I'll use it. I'll mark a zone right here. So this one here, and this one here, and this one up here. If I'm looking to go short, using my lower time frame. Now, when it comes to, we're talking about buying the lows and selling the highs. If I was someone interested in taking shorts, then and looking at this leg to the downside here, where the market made a high, now it's made a low here. I would be looking to sell at the upper end of a high volume area, okay? All right, above this area here, okay? And well, this right here, we start getting to lower volume area. Now, also you could be looking to sell in areas where the market is, this leg right here. I always talk about the 50% area of a leg. Like this would be like the 50% area of a leg. Then we get up here around the 76 or plus area of the leg. And then up here at the top, okay? So the best opportunities are going to lie up here because this is where the aggressive selling started to the downside right here. I'm not saying that the market can reject here. So let's say you do try to take an entry to go short right here in this area, the market gets back up here. Well, you always want to make sure the way I use it or do it is that I also like to look at my high volume area, okay? This right here. This is what I like to call a rolling dynamic volume profile, which means I can scale in and scale out, and you can see the volume profile shift and change on the right-hand side of the chart. Volume is extremely important. I use it as kind of, like I said, like a GPS guide in my trading or engage, because the market typically likes to push through high volume areas, through a low volume area, down to the next high volume area, may reject here, push back up through a low volume area, back up to a high volume area. So it's a strong possibility that the market could actually reject right here. But again, I want to see it kind of push above the high volume area. In previous videos or past videos, I talk about selling the outer edges and buying the outer edges, meaning selling the top edge, the outer edge of the top of a high volume area, and buying the lower edge, okay, or the outer edge of a high volume area. Again, that's buying the lows down here and selling the highs, okay? It's extremely important when it comes to trading, all right? Now, if you don't use the volume profile and you're someone that's looking at, the extremities of leg movements within the market, okay, yeah, I mean, if this was a leg to the downside of high and low, this being the 50% area, you probably want to take your opportunities to go short back up on the top end where the aggressive selling took place at back maybe here where the supply zone is, back here where the supply zone is up here, okay? That's selling the highs, all right? So let's understand that as well. All right, so I'm giving a rundown about, the discussion about buying the lows and selling the highs because I want people to understand, kind of the areas in which to look for and what to trade around. All right, so I hope that helps. All right, and let me say I've already rolled over into the March 2024 contracts as well on both the ES and the Nasdaq 100. So looking here on the higher time frame on the Nasdaq from yesterday's session into today. Today is the 12th. Making higher highs and higher lows. Now, on the higher time frame here, we have broke structure to the downside, and we broke in today's lows through the sessional lows, meaning even the Asian and London. So taking everything into consideration. So, I mean, I would definitely on this in this opportunity with the structure breaks to the downside here, be looking for opportunity to go short. So, let's see here. I'm just looking, guys, so please forgive me. So there was a structure break below here at 64 3/4. Okay, but to me that's just kind of like a minor structure. Well, it is a minor structure break when we're taking in consideration this leg, the movement to the upside here, making higher highs and higher lows. So things start to turn into major areas of breaks when we start talking about the break below areas within the current session. Again, I'm trading in ETH, so the low for the session was at 440. So breaks below that and below, start breaking below prior areas or structure breaks within the prior session. So okay, so now we're breaking structure to the downside. We broke today's sessional low. We broke through an area of structure right here from yesterday's session. Breaking structure right here below 422.5. So let's see. Now this would have been a demand area here. It still is. It's a low probability demand area, but there's a little bit imbalance resting right here. Now talk about imbalances within a a supply area. If I said demand, I'm sorry, guys. This is a supply area. When I'm talking and trying to get this stuff off my chest and off my mind, I shouldn't say off my chest, but off the top of my head, an explanation of, I'm really trying to break things down. And sometimes I not say I get them confused. It's just the fact is, it just comes out my mouth that way pretty quick. Okay, so you guys know what I'm talking about that know about supply and demand. This is supply, aggressive selling. All right, this was demand right here, aggressive buying. This is actually a demand zone resting down here to where the market can actually test. But again, this is from a prior day session. We've already started breaking structure to the downside. Can the market reject this area? Sure it can. This is off the higher time frame. So the way to trade it would be if the market comes down, test its demand zone right here. I'm gonna bring it out. Right here, it can reject this area, but we also have to keep in mind too that the market is now breaking structure to the downside. So the sentiment of the bias directionally is to me, it looks like the market is bearish at this point, okay? I'm not saying the market can't turn around after it taps into this demand zone and start pushing higher and break today's sessional high. Then that would be a major structure break, okay? So right now, with the market, what it's doing right now, breaking structure to the left-hand side of the chart, making this high, making this low, anything in between this leg right here will be minor areas of structure, meaning if the market comes up and starts breaking areas like it's doing right now, it's taking out this area of structure right here, okay, then that's a minor structure break, okay? Until we break this high, then, we're still breaking through minor areas of structure if we start making these little lower lows and lower highs. I'm sorry, guys, higher highs and higher lows to the upside and this right here would be considered a major area if the market breaks this area of structure. So it may come up and test this area up in here where this imbalance is. So this right here, I was going to go ahead and mark this. This right here is it's a low probability tested supply zone, but there's an imbalance resting right here to where the market can tap into. As you can see it ramping up there and trying to test that area in which it can reject. If we get rejection right here, I would move down to my lower time frame chart, look for a supply setup on the lower time frame is what I'm trying to get at, okay? All in all, in a nutshell. So, pulling back, testing supply, okay? At this area of imbalance right here, there's a little imbalance resting within the zone. Okay, once the market gets inside the zone, gets there to that imbalance and we get rejection, I would move down to, once it gets in the zone, I'm moving down to my lower time frame chart to see if there's any opportunity to go short, okay? So looking at the session prior to, this is around news this morning, so I definitely won't be trading that mess. The market could have come down and tested this area of imbalance right here. Well, actually, you see what it did. It did that, but it broke below here, so I don't think I would have traded that. This is actually a liquidity grab right here. You see that bullish hammer candle right there at 835. Still, this is around news time, and it did push up some. But be careful when you see stuff like that, because the market at this point was starting to break structure to the downside right here, taking out this low here at 67 or 68. Yeah, 67 or 68 right there. So be careful. And you see it snatched back and then started breaking lower. So you have to be careful in areas like that. So let's see. After that, what did the market do? It came down to this little area of imbalance. There's a little imbalance right here. Okay, small area of demand resting right here, but it's tested, so it's low probability. Okay, but it was an imbalance resting in this zone right here, and you can see the market rejected that right there. When it rejected, what am I taking the trade back to? Just basically, you have resistance resting right here, so there ain't too much opportunity to trade to go long from this area right here if you decide to do so. But again, this is what I'm talking about. Trying to go long against the grain. You're trying to go long right here. Well, if you take a look at what's already going on, well, let's see. This is 60 range. Let's see. Okay, the market has started already breaking structure to the downside right here. Okay, so be careful, because the market could be in bearish mode then. Okay, we broke structure to the downside right here. It taps into this imbalance area where it was a prior area of demand, which is still an area of demand, but it's just low probability because it's been tested already. But it tested that area and rejected and tapped right into the area of resistance right above. So be very careful, guys. All I'm trying to say. Okay. There was a minor structure break right here. It broke below here on the way down. Okay, so you can look for it long at this imbalance if you chose to, but I wouldn't have taken it because we have resistance right above. That's all I'm trying to say. Now, let me see what the market is doing right now, because it is breaking structure back to the upside here, and this could be an area of demand resting right here. Okay, on the lower time, excuse me, on the higher time frame right here. But again, we're somewhat bearish. And the reason why I'm saying this is because this could be an opportunity to take a trade back up to this area of supply resting right here, okay? But you have to, basically what you do is you look for a pullback to a key area of demand right here. If you get the rejection, looking to take it higher back up to this area of supply right here. But again, you know, if we're looking again and you're a beginner trader, someone new, and you really want to focus on trading in the direction only, and I'll talk about that, you know, staying in the direction of the higher time frame is your best opportunity when starting out until you gain more experience, is what I'm trying to say. All right, yes, you can take a trade like this back up to this key area of supply right here. Okay, and the reason why I'm saying that is meaning taking a long is because it's a certain type of strategy, but it's the same type of strategy in a sense, because we're just looking, because the market is now breaking structure back to the upside, meaning breaking minor areas of structure. Look for a demand setup to go long back up to the area of supply, and it's probably going to go up there and test. When I say supply, this is a test the area of supply, but it's probably going to want to test that imbalance right there. So let me go back over to my lower time frame, because I'm sitting here talking and I'm probably missing opportunities. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know what's going up there, and I know I'm missing it already. So I'm talking, I'm chasing the market. I'm going to look for a pullback, and I'll probably go a little, there it goes. There it goes. I'm telling you, it's going up there. All right, let's see. Went up a little higher. It didn't break. It could come down here and test this area here, so I want to be careful, guys. Let's see. I do want to be careful. Hasn't broke this area here. Ooh. Let's see. She's trying to push lower. We'll see how low it's going to go. This is a area where it could come up and reject, but let's see what happens here. Is this going to be a pullback to push lower? Let's see. All right, it's tapping this area right here now. Okay. Little game they played. They're trying to fill in all these imbalances down to the downside here, as you can see. So let's see here. Let me blow this up a little bit so I can even look myself to see what's going on. Okay, if they get a pullback here, I may go long. Let's see. But I want to see some more rejection in this area. For me to take the long. Actually, this might be a good area. Let's see. It breaks above here, I'm going long. Let's see what it does. See what she does. See what she does. Come on. Or is it going to break lower? Yeah, I like what I see here. I'm long. All right. 70. Okay. I'm going to take it up to 70. 69 a quarter. Pick up a few points there. I kind of want to hold the last contract. Okay, it can reject this area though. Yeah, I'm going to hold it to see what it does when it gets up there. But I know it could possibly reject this area. What's it doing? Come on now. No, 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 no. Don't push any lower. Come on. I'm going to take out here if we can get up here. Just go ahead and get out. I think it's going to run high. Let me see. Looking at my higher time frame. I don't know anything that's going to really... Yeah, I'm going to hold this if I can get... Let me do this. I'm going to take out my last contract above this area up here. It should fill this area. Came down, there's a little bit, there it goes. Okay, so this is where it gets tricky at now because this is where it gets tricky at because it can come down here and test below. I knew it could bounce right here. I don't want to give it too much room. Go ahead up there. Go ahead up there. Come on. Go ahead up there. You can come back and feel these imbalances in between. All right. I start showing you signs of rejection and I'm going to take out. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, baby. Keep on. I'm taking out. Okay, right there. That's fine. It's going to run that high. It's going to run that high. Okay. And I think it's going to aim, like I said, for this area up in here. Okay. Possibly around 92 area. Let's see what happens though. But I'm pretty sure it's going to run this high. You probably get a pullback here first before it runs the high. This was a demand zone off the lower time frame right here. Okay. All right, the 12 range chart. It broke structure right here to the upside. Again, looking at the structure of the market, yes, I mentioned that we started break structure on the higher time frame to the downside. But this is a supply zone. Right here, but it is what it is. It's probably going to want to test that area, I'm sure, and then decide what it's going to do. It could hit this area. I'd be looking for rejection once it gets there to go lower. All right, so we'll see what it does now once it gets there. Now, if it starts to break through it, then I'm gonna stand down because it could be something else trying to unfold here. Okay, I mean we're starting to break minor areas of structure back to the upside, so. What could it do? Could it run the high up here and break this major area structure up here? All right. There's a let's see here. This right here is another supply area right here. So let's see. Look at it. Look at what it's trying to do. It's push out. It broke that high, didn't it? Broke that high right there. What I just talked about. So let's see what it does. All right. Let's see if it's going to go up there, tap back into that supply zone. And feel that imbalance resting right there around 92, 93 area. Okay. I'm going to get a sip of my coffee while I'm sitting here talking to you guys. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I know the games they're going to play. This is the game I love to play with them. I like to be on the right side of the court or the field, you know, when I'm trading. I told you that was a pullback. That's all it was. Now, had you taken this trade right here when the market pulled back right here, right here at this little supply zone, I mean, the demand zone right here, okay, this little internal area structure, or yeah, right here, okay, the 80 in the break right here to the upside, pull back right here, you'd have been good. But keep in mind that the market could test this area here, okay, the high, because and reject this area and come back down here and want to fill it in lower areas, okay, meaning these imbalances back here, because you got a demand zone resting right here as well. All right, so let me mark that. I knew what they were going to do there. Yeah, demand zone. All right, did it go up there? If it hit 88.5, I don't think it's done yet. I mean, it could reject this area, but I think it's going to try to tap that imbalance first before it actually decides, excuse me, that it's before it makes its next move is what I'm trying to say. All right, now let's say if it gets up into that area up here around 92, okay, I'm going to switch down to my lower time frame and I'm going to aim for lower areas, possibly for the market to come down here and fill in this imbalance here at 73. All right, 74, 73 area. Okay, again, in reference to the higher to the buying low, selling the highs type thing. This red line is is notating that supply zone off the higher time frame chart. Look, we're above a high volume area here. This is a selling point or a selling area because we are at the upper areas of price, okay, and above a high volume area. And I talk about selling from or the outer edge of a high volume area back down to to an area of interest. Okay, so we've tapped into that area of supply again. We just haven't filled that imbalance yet. So I'm going to stand down and stand still right now because I'm not sure what it's really going to do. Most times after it's already filled or like right here, this is a breaker structure to the downside. Okay, when it broke when that last bullish up candle, when the next candle that broke below, well, I should say the first bearish candle that broke below that last bullish candle, when it came to the downside, the very next candle, okay, so you can say 1, 2, 3, the third candle, okay, that formed, that wick came back and filled right there to that area of supply right there, right? All right, so that's tested already. All right, there's no void, there's no gap resting back at the zone, but we have that imbalance resting on the inside of the zone. So there's a possibility that the market could go up there and want to test that imbalance resting right there, then reject to push lower is what I'm trying to say. So let's see, is it just going to reject again right here? I'm not 100% sure because it could definitely, which it looks like it may be trying to. What I'm looking for at this point here is a supply setup on the lower time frame. Okay, that's what I'm looking for now. All right, we're talking demand, supply. Okay, so basically means looking for market area of demand on the lower time frame. Once we tap it, look to a demand creation on the lower time frame. Okay, and what we're doing now, tapping into a supply area. Well, this is already tested, a low probability zone. If we get rejection at the zone, we look at our lower time frame market supply area and look for a rejection to go short. Simple as that. That's all we're doing over and over. And boom, there we go. See, came right back down to 73 or 74. All right, but it moved real quick. I would love for it to see it break right here at 79, then pull back maybe to this area right here to look for a short, but it just took off to the downside. I mentioned that. It rejects that area. It's going to go down there and tap in and fill that imbalance right here at 73, 74 area, and it did that, okay? But that's what it is. I mean, simple as that, guys. So could it come back up here and test that area again? Yeah, it could. It could. Okay. So let's see here. It actually came down and broke higher, didn't reject that area. So let's see. It's it still hasn't tapped into 93 or 94 area yet. But I'm still, my thing is I'm still I'm bearish right now. I'm still have that outlook because, the higher time frame, we're breaking structure to the downside. I'm not saying this thing can't flip back up and take out the highs for the day, which would be a major structure break. But as it stands right now, we're rejecting that same area of supply. Again, low probability. But I really want to see if it's going to tap into that imbalance up there. All right. She looked like she may be trying to maybe run lower areas now. And come down and maybe test. Let's see. Test down this area down here, maybe around 38. We'll see. we will see. At this point, maybe a pullback. I want to see a pullback higher. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to get a pullback to where I want to. I'm gonna do this right quick. I just want to kind of see this on the chart. Pull back to this area up here. I like to see it pull back to this area and maybe take a short. It tapped into this area of, well, that tested supply area, but looks like it could continue pushing down and come down and test this demand zone right here. This is the area demand right here, so we'll see what happens. Reason why it's an area demand, aggressive buying to the upside and broke through an area structure as it was moving higher. So structure break right here, minor area structure break right here, back to the upside here. So within this leg, so yeah, and like it just wants to keep pushing lower. All right, let's see if we can possibly get some kind of rejection. I want to see it come up here. I don't want to take a trade from right here where it's at now. I want to see it come back a little higher. Yeah. Definitely prefer to see it come back higher. Okay. Come on. Come on, test this area right here. All right, let's see. I'm talking about this area up here, but right here at 46, 40, 46. I mean, excuse me, not 46, guys. 86, 87 area. So, let's see. Where's it at? 85. So, come on, push a little higher. And it could push through this area and test that imbalance like I was talking about. Right here. At 90, 92, 93 area. So we'll see. See what it does here. Okay, we're testing. Oh. Come on, what's he doing? Oh. All right, let's see. All right, I'm in a short. Taking it back down to around 74 area. Let me see here. Yeah, around the 74 area. So hopefully we can get filled here. It's rejecting that area I talked about earlier. It should push on down. Let's see. Yep, first contract's filled. Come on, baby. It can bounce. Well, no, it should push through this area. And come on down lower. Come on. It should anyway. Hopefully it does. Come on, what are you doing? You can pull back here first before we push lower. So I'm going to hold the trade. I'm expecting it to come down here. At least test a little imbalance down here at 74 and 74. A few ticks away there from getting filled. There we go. I got filled in that trade right there. Second successful trade. And we could get a run back down to this area right here I just talked about. So, all right. She was rejecting. She went up there and hit that imbalance. I mean that supply area to the tick. Rejected it. I should have took the trade, but yeah. Let's see what happens here. What is this thing? My monitor, my screen froze up. What's going on here? Come on. Okay, I don't know. This thing started glitching. Okay, let's see. I'm looking for a pullback now. I'm looking for a pullback, to be honest with you. Ah, boy, look at it. I don't want to be buying down. I mean, selling down here. I want to look for an opportunity to sell back up to the tops there. Let's see. All right, it's pulling back now. I want to see it pull back to this area here. As long as it doesn't break that, I may take a short entry. But let's wait and see. All right, and as you can see now, what we're doing, we pushed higher. Okay, we broke above this area here. We're in that that low probability supply area. We just feel that imbalance right there. So I don't know if it's going to push through this or not, or what it's going to try to do. So I'm going to stand down and just wait it out. All right, so we're still breaking structure to the upside here. On the higher time frame, you can see breaking this minor area structure as we push higher, making these higher highs and higher lows. So there is a let me see what we got here. Let's see. We have a demand, a supply area resting up here around 18-ish, 19-ish area. So we can see what takes place there. Let's be careful because now we're trading within a leg right here. There is a area of demand resting right here. So I'll mark this area right here, okay, at 88. So let's see what happens there. You know, maybe in these two areas here. Again, this is the minor structure break to the upside, taking out this area here. This right here is a supply area resting right here from where the market came down lower and started taking out the lows for, you know, the sessional highs so far. And then we have demand areas resting below from, you know, prior session trading sessions. Okay, so it looks like right now it's trying to push up there. All right, I'm short right now. Let's see. I'm taking a trade. This is actually a resistance area. I normally don't take trades like this, guys, but I saw the rejection on the lower time frame right here. Went up there, came back, tested again, couldn't. There we go. Got filled there. And, you know, I'm all about trading supply and demand, but this is an area of resistance right here. We're just tapped into right there at 510. It broke structure below this area, pulled back to this resistance area right here, and I went down to the lower time frame. It kept rejecting. It has not tapped into that supply area yet, but now it's tapped into that demand area I'm talking about below, where it broke above this area structure here. So just want to take a quick scout. I think it was like for 5 points right there. But you know, I talk about 98% of the time I'm trading support and resistance, supply and demand. But you know, that 1% of the time I may take a quick stab at a support or resistance area if I see that the market is really rejecting it. Okay, and that was a clear area off the higher time frame of resistance right there. It was rejecting. Now here's a supply area that is tapping into. Okay, it can reject right here or it can tap and fill this imbalance here, but either way, this is not supply, demand. Okay, guys, I'm getting sorry. I'm talking about supply, talking about demand so much, you know, and you know, this area here. Okay, there was supply here, there's supply resting right here, but there's demand as well as we are breaking minor areas of structure as we move higher. Okay, back within this leg here. So if you're looking at the leg itself, this would be the 50% area like I talked about, the 76% area right here, which it didn't reject when it tapped back into that imbalance I talked about right here in that supply zone. Push through it, so maybe it's trying to test this area of supply up here as well, and we'll see what happens. But right now, we are hitting that area of demand. What would you be looking to do? Being what it's doing right now, it could definitely push higher and run up there and test that area. So I would be looking for some means of a demand setup now on the lower time frame. Let me take this off right here because this was invalid area. So let's focus on what's going on here. All right, so if we get a pullback right here, I'd be looking to take this thing long. Let me see. Yeah, let's see if we can get a pullback, and I'll be looking to take it long, go long with it. Okay. So yeah, let's see. All right, let's see what happens here. It could come up and test this area right here, this high volume node is, and then possibly test higher areas. So let's see. My aim is going to be for that area of supply up here at 18. So, okay, we're rejecting the area now. Well, we're rejecting it a little bit so far. Not 100% sold on it yet. This is a little demand area right here off the lower time frame, and I'm going long. Okay, my first contract I'm gonna take out right here. All right, and then the next one I'm gonna try to run. I'm gonna try to hold on to it. Okay, so this is tapping off of demand off the higher time frame, and looking for it to run. Run higher. What's this thing doing? Okay, first contract's filled. We could pull back. I know that. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for it to push higher. I know it could pull back. Could we push low, pull lower? Yeah, we could. We come out here and test this imbalance. I'll pray that it doesn't do that, because then I would definitely need to close this trade. But I'm gonna hold on to this trade now because we just bounced off of the area of demand right here. Okay, and I'm gonna hold it and hopefully we go up here and test this supply zone sitting up here. Okay, took a quick what was that, 93 up to 99, 6 points right there on the first contract. So come on, baby, go up. Don't play this game with me right now. Go ahead and go up there and test that supply area. Now it can pull back again. I mean, because it can come deeper. It can pull back and want to fill this imbalance here, and I'm just hoping it doesn't do that. I'm hoping it continues pushing up here because it hit the demand zone. So let's test supply now. Okay. All right. Okay. Keep on. So looking for it to run this high right here off the lower time frame, which is this high right here at 5,010. Okay, come on, baby, keep pushing. All right. See that high volume node right there? I talked about that in prior videos too. You know, about the market, it hit a high volume area to bounce off of it. So it can reject this area here and pull back and want to kind of maybe feel this imbalance here, and I hope it doesn't break below the demand area. But you know, yeah. So let's pray that it keeps pushing the way that it's pushing. All right. So let's see. Come on. Come on, baby, come on. I may lock in. I want to hold this thing through, but I got to pull them back. It's going to be my last trade. I know it can pull back. Don't do that. See it bouncing? It feel that imbalance right there, that small little imbalance. I'll blow it up for you a little bit right there. And then it's bounced off this high volume node. Feel that imbalance. I want to see at least take the highs. What time is it? Okay, it's 11:20 Eastern time right now. I'm going to mark this demand zone with a higher time frame. Oh, man. That's the demand zone. I'm going to make this a green box. And I'm going to, come on, all charts. Now we can see it on the other chart. Okay, you see it? This is demand area. All right, let's see what it's doing here. See it come down and feel a little imbalance right there? It's probably going to want to try to test these little imbalances below and then before it pushes higher. So it broke here. It's probably going to come up now. Hopefully it does. Well, it can reject right here with this little imbalances right here. Yeah, I don't like what it's doing here. This is the goal, is to aim for this area of supply resting right here. That is the goal. Okay. What you see it doing is when it came up here, it hit that area of resistance and bounced. But the goal is to test this area of supply resting here, around 17, 18 area. I'm pretty sure it's going to go there. It's just a matter, is it going to test lower areas before doing so? And I may need to take out here. It just hit another. I don't think it's, no, not there. Come on, it should push a little higher here. I may take out my last contract right here. What's it doing? Maybe right here. What are you doing? Go up. Go up. Go up. I'm gonna take out right here. It's fine. I know it's probably gonna go up here, but I'm kind of not in the mood for this little pushing and pulling type stuff it's doing right now at this high volume node. But it's gonna test here and then test this imbalance here and probably break higher. There you go. See? See? Look at it. Look at it. All right, so that's another little winning trade right there. But keep focus on this area right here. This is the supply zone right here because it's probably going to go up there and test that. Okay. Let's focus on that. See, I was good. If I put my my last target right there above the high right there, it's because it's aiming for that supply area above. All right. Why? Because we're breaking structure to the upside, pulls back to a key area demand. So this is like taking, like I talk about, like a demand setup to a supply or a supply to demand type setup. Okay. So it just broke this area of structure right here, pulls back key area demand. Boom. Supply. Just hit it, right? Look at there. What did it just hit? 17 and a quarter. 17 and a quarter. 17 and a quarter, which is right there at that supply area. One tick away pretty much. Okay. So now the thing is to be mindful of what's going to take place here that is hitting supply right now. So we can mark this zone on the higher time frame as well, because this is a untested supply zone. All right. This was a untested demand zone. So, I marked my supply zones in red or crimson. Look for the rejection and see what happens, right? Can reject this area. It's already hit that demand zone, so be careful. But it can reject this area where it's at right now. But be careful because we're trading within this leg right here, okay? We're trading within a high and between a low. Breaks this major area structure, then we're still bullish to the upside. You may be asking, okay, so if it rejects this supply zone right here, right? What could take place? It rejects the supply zone right here, okay? I'll be looking for the market to come lower and test this imbalance area down here at 81.5. Okay. All right. Breaking structure to the upside, tapping supply, and come down here and test this area at 81.5. So let's see what it does. So right now it's kind of traded in between that demand area and that supply zone there. So I'm done for today. Unless I see something else unfold, in the afternoon, but I'll probably be in my session for trading today. It's almost 11:48 Eastern time, my time. So, yeah, I'm done. Definitely done. I should have been done an hour ago. But anyways, if you're trading, guys, please be safe in the markets. If you're interested in joining the Discord, it's free. Follow the link down in the description portion of the video. If you're not a current subscriber, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click on the sub button. There's a lot of, lots of value here. We're watching the videos. You know, many community members have educated themselves by simply watching the videos, and as well as, you know, signing up for the elite channel support and membership tier through the YouTube program. All you have to do is click on the join button you see right here on the video, or the join button over on the homepage, and just enroll yourself into the elite channel membership, or become an elite channel membership for $6.99 a month if you choose to. Okay. Again, what you receive there is my trade breakdowns, where I go into detail as if you're sitting next to me, and you know, it just kind of walk through my mindset as I am discussing and showing my trade entries. Okay, as well as you get the video playlist, so you don't have to sit there and kind of. I mean, each video is packed with something, some added value, something new that you can learn. But I've hand selected a list of videos that I pulled from out of 600 videos, and the ones that I feel like are cover the hot topics, the ones that really go into detail about the content, the information I have to really supply to you individuals, and ones that I feel like should really point you in the right direction and kind of curve your edge as far as trying to get on board in trading at a sooner or faster pace. But you know, that depends on the person and their personality, their psychology just as well, you know, and who they are as a person. But look, the videos are there if you're interested in joining the elite membership tier. But outside of that, that's all I have for you guys today. Please take the time to go ahead and click that subscribe button again if you haven't done so. Also, make sure to turn on all your post notifications. And last but not least, please drop a like on the video if you found value in it today. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see everyone in the next trading video. Again, if you're trading, please be safe in the markets.